What's good, y'all? Welcome to our channel. I'm Maya.
And Sarah.
And we are Charmed and Dangerous.
Because you know we're charming.
And we're dangerous.
Dangerous. I like that taunting.
You know we got a tease out here during Libra season,
yeah.
Okay? Like I said to Sarah, if you ain't teasing, you ain't pleasing.
It's true. You're really not. It's true. Everyone loves a good tease.
You know?
The Libra's good at teasing.
Right. It's true. And in today's episode, we're going to tell y'all how to date a Libra, how to win these lovers over. Okay?
Everybody wants a Libra.
Everybody wants a Libra.
Everyone loves Libra. Women, men, like everybody.
Right. Everybody wants it.
Everybody wants some.
You know? You just see a Libra and you're like, damn, you fine.
Yeah, right.
You're looking good over
For
there.
real. And you're so nice. Oh my god, why are you so nice to me? Libra's not flirting with you, they're just nice.
Right. Type you want to bring home to mom and dad. Exactly. You know what I mean? But before we get into the video, we would love it if y'all hit that subscribe button down below. We're two besties. We talk about astrology. We talk about dating. We talk about really whatever we want to talk about.
All that good shit.
All that good shit. So if you can get down with that vibe, hit that subscribe button. Now onto the video. You ready?
This one's for all the sexy Libras.
The sexy Libras. The sexy, sexy Libras. The sexy Libras. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Sarah, what is your first point on how to date a Libra? How can we win these lovers over? Let us know.
Okay, my first tip is have good manners.
Yes.
Listen, plain and simple, everyone's probably gonna just be like, well, everyone loves people with good manners. Okay, sure, if you say so. I see the kind of people you guys date. Like, you know what I mean? Not everyone apparently cares about manners, you know? But nobody appreciates manners more than Libra persons. I didn't mean to be so shady.
From the shade.
Some of the shit I see on social media, I'm like, what? You guys just date anybody.
It's true.
Libra really cares about their self-image. They always want to present themselves with grace and with class. If you don't know how to carry yourself, they will be turned off and embarrassed. Libra works really, really hard to keep their, self-image clean. They want people to like them, you know what I mean? They want to be well-liked because they know if you're well-liked, you'll be taken seriously.
Yes.
And at the end of the day, Libra wants to be taken seriously. That's why they have a lot of friends in various circles. You know, they always want to have those connections. And if you're being messy, those connections that they, took so long to form might be messed up because of you as their partner.
Right. And they worked very hard to build those connections, and they're not going to let you poor ill-mannered person, come and fuck all of that up.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Because
they just won't associate with you.
Right. They value their connections and their relationships a lot. And like, they can only value your relationship if you value their other relationships too. So don't disrespect them.
Exactly.
And come in hella rude. So my first point on how to date a Libra is be helpful. Okay, I feel like us Libras, we will take on a lot for the people we love. We will go out of our way to do things for them, provide for them, and break our backs for it. But if you want to be their partner, make sure that you can give and be helpful as well, such as helping out with the dishes or going to get groceries for dinner while they're working late. Like, just these little acts of like help and service will go a really, really long way with them. Because like I said, I feel like they do these little things for you when you may not even be noticing it. So if you can show that you can help improve their life in little ways and make their life easier on the day-to-day, they're really going to appreciate you too. Because at the end of the day, Libras are givers. And if you're not a giver, this just isn't gonna work out in the long run.
For sure. I feel like Libra is really, really good at putting other people's needs ahead of their own. So if they're with someone who easily notices that about them, they can really take advantage of Libra.
Yeah.
And Libra, that is how they show love. You know what? And that's how they are with everyone, honestly. They are known to be people pleasers. So of course they're gonna value whether you're happy versus when they're happy more, So you really need to be careful, Libra, if you're watching this, with the people you date, because people might notice that you just overextend yourself and they might love that.
People may take advantage of it, but if you're serious about a Libra partner, step up, you know what I mean? Because they're already doing so much to try and make this relationship work usually. Like, you could be doing more to like help them out too. And just be helpful to other people around them too. They find it sexy when you hold the door open for other people, or you help that little old woman across the street with her groceries or something.
Good manners.
Good manners, exactly. They love that shit.
Okay, so for my second point and second tip on how to date a Libra, I want you guys to help them be better at decision making.
Yes.
If allowed, Libra would spend their whole life running from one side of the scale to the other side of the scale until they find that perfect balance, which really doesn't really exist if you think about it. They use this energy when it comes to every big or small decision they ever have to make, and it's honestly kind of a waste of time. They're so afraid of making the wrong decision that they'll just stay in the middle for as long as possible and as long as they can. If you are a confident yet smart decision maker, Libra will probably praise you. Like, Libra finds that shit attractive. But the thing is, like, if only Libra knew that they're actually amazing decision makers. Libra, if you're watching this, you're an amazing decision maker. You just have to trust your intellect when it's time to choose. You know what I mean? Like, you have to know that, of course, you know the right decision. Stop doubting your mind. And as their partner, if you can motivate them to be direct through example, they will appreciate the fuck out of you.
Yes, yes. If you are a decisive partner, they're gonna find that shit sexy. They still can make a decision on their own, you know what I mean? So don't be like so abrasive and aggressive with it. But if you can say, hey, I think we should do this, they're gonna be like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like, for sure, you know? Because they were already probably thinking that they wanted to go that way anyways. But they find it sexy and like assertive kind of when people can say like, hey, I'm taking the reign, or like, this is how I, you know, a recommendation.
Exactly.
Because we can get lost.
They trust you already. Obviously, when you make that decision, they're gonna go with it. I feel like it's when Libra doesn't really know you that when people are making decisions, they're like, well, I don't know, I think I need to think about it a little bit.
Right. My second point on how to date a Libra is do not lose your temper with them. I feel like Libras can be very sensitive, you know, and therefore they always try to keep the peace around them. They will be very, very embarrassed and probably frightened when you, as their partner or crush, like act out with anger. I feel like they find it very unattractive when you don't have any type of like conflict resolution skills, you know, because they have very good conflict resolution skills and they have worked themselves out of tough situations with beauty and grace and poise, and they expect the same to a certain extent from their partner. Like, not everyone is gonna have the gift of the gab like Libras do, but they do expect you to kind of hold your own to a certain extent, you know? And when pushed up against something hard, that you don't completely lose your shit and embarrass them at the end of the day, because Libras do get embarrassed very
so
easily.
Just like Virgo.
And they like to keep their calm. Like Sarah said, like they really care about their image. And if you're like this wild firecracker, like they can't always count on you to like be consistent and have good manners in their life too, like you've been saying. You know what I mean? And that's the number one thing for them. Like they want to be able to take you out and not have you embarrass them.
Yeah.
You know?
That's the thing. I feel like Libra will be friends with all kinds of personalities, but they're actually very picky when it comes to the people they date.
Yes.
And although they're open-minded, and if they feel something and they just feel like it's love, they'll go out with you, but within that first date, they will find something to be turned off by, and then they're gone. They're always willing to go on that first date. It's just hard to get to that second date.
Yeah,
you know?
It's true.
Okay, so for my final tip on how to date a Libra, I want you guys to make their environment peaceful. Libra is usually the one that everyone relies on for their peaceful energy, and like no one really thinks about it, but usually it is the Libra friend or the Libra partner or the Libra coworker or the Libra boss. They're the ones that just naturally know how to make every situation more peaceful. They know how to mediate any conversation and always have a pleasant approach when dealing with just about anything. Even if it's a situation that would be very stressful for everyone else, Libra might be stressed, but they won't show it because they know they have to get through it. They know they have to work through it. They know that they have to come to some sort of resolution at the end of it, you know? And I feel like although they're really good at this, it can be very, very tiring to be the one that everyone relies on for this specific energy 100% of the time. They would greatly appreciate a partner that can help keep the cool when it comes down to it, you know, when it comes down to a messy situation, or someone that is willing to help remove them from a stressful situation instead of egging it on or even just ignoring it. Because I feel like a lot of people are either the type to like, you know what I mean? Like be egging it on like, oh my God, well you want to go, I'll go. You know what I mean?
Right.
And then there's the people who just sit in the corner and are pretending it's not happening. But Libra knows it's happening and it's making Libra uncomfortable. And it's like, what am I going to do about it? But it's not Libra's job to always do something about it.
No,
so I think they would really appreciate a partner that is willing to take control in that situation and be like, you know what, boo? Let me tell this person that they got you fucked up in a pleasant way and then we're going to get out of here.
Yes.
You know? Like that's sexy. That's charming.
Yes.
That's what Libra needs.
Yes. Because I feel like as Libra placements and Libra's sun signs, you know what I mean? Like they can't help but feel uncomfortable. They can't help but feel that uneasiness in those situations. Like it is really in, I feel like, their DNA and their core to make people feel at ease in certain situations. And it is tiring, especially when you know that you're going into a stressful situation. Like Libra always feels like, damn, like I know it's going to be me.
Yeah.
So you're so right. Like when a partner is there and is like strong and can also be like, hey, not today, like not around my partner. She doesn't deserve this, he doesn't deserve this.
They'll feel protected.
They're gonna feel so protected because they always try and protect other people and not everyone's always looking out for them in those situations.
Because the thing is, Libra has such a easy way of putting on that strong face.
Yes.
Like Libra is always the happiest person in the room, but Libra could be going through some crazy shit. It's just that we would never show it.
Yes.
We would never show it.
And I almost feel like when we're going through the toughest shit, or especially around other people, we're the ones, like a switch turns on where it's like, no, actually that's when we don't have problems and we're here for everybody else. You know what I mean? Even though that's not what we really necessarily need to do, that's always what we do. Because we love our people.
Well, at the end, but also it's easier.
It is, true.
I don't want to just place it on because we love our people. I feel like Libra gets lost in other people often, and they have a really good way of making the story about them so they don't have to talk about what they're going through, because shit might come out that makes them uncomfortable. Because again, they're such peacemakers that if they were to talk about the conflict or the negative sides of what's happening to their lives, they get embarrassed easily. You know, they want to be the perfect, charming Libra that everyone knows them to be 100% of the time.
No, that's true.
But it's just not natural. You know?
And they need somebody there to be like, okay, well, things are getting crazy. Let's just leave now. You know?
Totally.
Because Libra will stay longer than they should.
Honestly, Libra doesn't know when to leave. You know, certain signs know when is a good time to leave. Libra's not one of them. Libra will stay until 3 a.m.
Yeah. Oh, Libra, I love you. Okay, so my last point on how to date a Libra is make sure you take your Libra out on dates often, okay?
Wine and dine them, honey.
Yes, we need to be wine and dine, honey. I feel like everybody thinks, you know, Pisces are like the hopeless romantics of the zodiac, but Libras are hopeless romantics too, okay?
Absolutely.
We love love. We love love.
Venus, baby. Okay.
Yes. And honestly, I feel like to keep this air sign interested, you know, you gotta keep it exciting sometimes, you know? So you gotta be taking them out on dates and having new experiences with them and keeping the love alive ultimately. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Us Venusians, we want to dress up. We want to look good, you know? And we want to be shown off, okay? And there's nothing wrong with that, especially because we want to be doing it with our partner. You know what I mean? We want our partner there on our arm. At the end of the day, Libras love love, you know what I mean? They do want to be in a committed relationship. We're not always super committed, but once we decide to be committed, we could be very loyal.
Yeah. All right, lovely people who want to date Libras that want to know if we got them right. We hope we did. Comment down below with your tips on how to date a Libra. We would love to hear it. If you agreed with any of ours. If you didn't agree with any of ours, say it nicely. We got feelings too.
Right. We have Libra placement, so we're sensitive, okay?
Yeah, for real. And if you didn't know, your girls over here, we got a podcast. We have a weekly podcast. And on the podcast, we talk about a lot of shit. We talk about astrology, spirituality, messy celeb shit. Really, whatever we're feeling. We talk about it. And we get, you know, a little bit more personal on there. And then at the end of each YouTube video, if you didn't know, if you're new here, we pose a question that relates to our topic that we discussed on YouTube. And then we talk about it further in the podcast. Are you ready for this week's question?
Yes.
Okay, so the question is, what is Libra's biggest turn off?
Oh.
We're gonna get into it. And I'm sad this is our last how to date video.
I know.
So if you guys have, if you made it to the end, which we appreciate greatly.
Yes, we do.
Comment down below which other series you want us to do. We would love to hear that too. We have some ideas, but we would love to hear what you guys have to say as well. We post every Monday and Thursday for YouTube and every Wednesday for the podcast. The links are down below as always. Their socials are gonna be here. We love you guys. We hope Libra season is treating you Libras right because you deserve it. Okay?
Yes.
And we'll talk to you next week.
Bye.
Bye.